Evening, folks. So moving on. Hope we're all having a great night. So the next question, and this one was actually really interesting. I don't think I've ever heard this one talking with a lady in this kind of a conversation. And by the way, we weren't on a date. Like we were just two people talking, right? Just let's make sure we're clear there. How do you feel about somebody who's bilingual, or who can speak many languages? Would that intimidate you? And I couldn't help it but kind of giggle on that one. I'd like, you know what? I would see that as a huge opportunity to learn something that maybe I don't know. And this one got her eyes just wide and like, right? Like to learn something from somebody, right? Like, hey, that's what a relationship and a dynamic is about. Just like me, I have tons of stuff that I can bring to the table to help my person learn from too. But bilingual, I know a few words of many languages and so forth, but if someone knows a few languages and I can learn from them, absolutely. And she did this thing again, like, well, okay, yeah, because in a relationship, everything that your potential partner might bring to the table is an opportunity. Everything. If they know multiple languages, man, okay, yeah, learn a different language. And then you can have your own language between the two of you that only the both of you know. So that way you can build more of a privacy session. So when you're out and about or whatever, and you guys can talk in pig Latin, if you will, right? And it be your own language. So that way you don't have some jackass over here that's listening to your conversation that might, right? It happens. It that's real. She's like, but would there be anything about it that would intimidate you? And I just shook my head. Absolutely not. As long as she wasn't talking in a language that I didn't know what she was saying, right? Because like leaving someone in the dust like that, it's not cool. You wouldn't want someone to do that to you, right? And she nodded. She's like, "No, you're right. Absolutely." So once again, it kind of comes into the thing of regardless of what the situation is that might come up, there's always some kind of variance that can be involved there. It's about how open of a mind do you have. Now, if you're a racist person, once again, I'm not trying to cause a controversy or cause a fight. And she's like, okay, nope, you're open mind. Now, if you're a racist person and you find, let's just say, somebody who can speak five languages and they've been around the world and whatever, right? They've been to many cultures and many backgrounds and they whatever. You're probably not. You're probably going to be intimidated by somebody who can speak multiple languages. And she nodded at me again. She's like, "Yeah, okay, I can see where that would potentially cause an issue. Sure." So once again, as long as both people are on the same page, there should be no discomfort. And she's like, "So what you're saying is it's all about having an open mind?" I said, "Yes. That's the main focus when it comes to any kind of a dynamic in a relationship or a potential relationship is how open-minded you are. Right? Do you see it as a threat or do you see it as an opportunity? Right? Do you see that person as a potential something that can move your life forward in a positive way? Or do you see them as something that to be intimidated by, somebody to form insecurities from, somebody to build negative thoughts on? She's like, okay, sure, I would agree with that. And we talked for a little bit. We discussed that realm of things, and once again, there wasn't really much to say besides that. And so we kind of talked about some of the different folks that we've dated that had different heritages and different cultures. Because once again, race and creed and all that has no boundary, right? I mean, we once again we can go into the biblical thing, but we won't for the sake of logic, for the sake of ethics, for the sake of logical reasoning. Anybody who frowns upon age, sex, height, or any of that other superficial, surface level, cockamamie, woo woo bullshit will tell you all about themselves by the fact that that is how they are. The second that a person says, "I don't like that," or that's a that's something that would spring disinterest. If it becomes a boundary, if it becomes a barrier, and they're not willing to compromise or drop the wall on it, they're telling you everything you need to know about them without actually saying a word to explain themselves. But if you're paying attention, you'll see that stuff. Like that stuff will be evident. And once again, we just we just bounce things off each other, and for someone who I didn't know very well, I got to know him pretty good. But anyways, my good folks, send in love. Hope you're all doing well. Until next time.